I'm about to light society on fire with what I'm gonna say here, okay? Society is broken and will never be repaired. Why? Last night, Beth and I went to Target. You will not believe, this is so clickbaity of me, but I'm gonna do it. You won't believe what happened next. We bought the ice cream brand Drumsticks. Can I get a 1 in chat if you know what drumsticks are? Oh, I've seen Miles Teller in Whiplash. Ooh! No, it's not that kind. It's not that kind. It's like a cone, and then there's vanilla ice cream in it, usually. It's coated in chocolate, and then there's nuts. There's like peanuts or some kind of nut on the top. What is this, a Beyonce song? Ooh, you put my nuts on top. It's got a little bit of a ligma variation there. It's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give a family-friendly show, folks, as we go for Half Lush 2 Dora here in East 1, bright and early in the morning. We bought some drumsticks because Beth has been wanting drumsticks for like 2 months, or just like the heart wants what the heart wants. You know what I mean? So we got some drumsticks for Beth. Holy smokes. Society is fricked up beyond repair. When I was younger, okay, old man yells at cloud, like the shrinkflation has genuinely gotten ridiculous. I'm genuinely upset about this. When I was younger, holy smokes, folks. You buy a drumstick, the whole tip is coated in nuts. This sounds so bad. This sounds like a very PG-13 thing to say. You get the whole head of the cone is nutted out. I don't know how to describe it, all of it. But now, dude, it's so sad. It's so sad. Only the top of the ice cream has the nuts. It's like a little buzz cut of peanuts. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Used to be a drumstick was the size of your head. Skullbot, no, I'm serious. They genuinely feel smaller than they were when I was younger. And then I said this to Beth, and you know what Beth said to me? She was very poignant about this whole exchange. She was like, maybe we've just gotten bigger. And I was like, you know what? Beth is making a lot of sense right now. It's probably that I've grown, but there's no excuses. My eyes do not deceive me. You know what I mean? What am I, 1984? First, I'm gonna ask you to not believe your eyes, then your tongue, then your mouth. Wait, what is that quote in 1984? You know, when the propaganda machine, it's not eyes, tongue, and mouth. What is it in 1984? It's like, first they asked you, no, you got it? No, Riichi, I don't got it. That's definitely not it. They don't say, first they ask you to not believe your eyes, then your tongue. That is a wild leap to make. It's also a little saucy, right? You surely, as we win an awesome manga on there. Oh, no sweat. Baba booey, baba booey. Oh, Riichi, good tidings, by the way. Big Brother Yusong is watching. I am watching. And guess what? Big Brother Yusong is keenly aware that you are ripping us off, Drumstick Corporation. That is unacceptable. That is not acceptable. You got to put nuts on the whole tip of the ice cream cone. Now that is order of business number 1. I have an entire list of topics to talk about. I'm like that dad with his friends in that one viral tweet of, here, I make an agenda for things for us to talk about at the bar. Turkey boom, good tidings. Yeah, I was genuinely going for the 4-win draw. I'm not in love with this hand, okay? I'm genuinely not in love with this hand. It's just A-okay right now. It's just A-okay. Drawing another 4 of circles genuinely does not hurt, though. That's order of business number 1. Was it still good? Well, I didn't have any because I'm lactose intolerant, but Beth had some, and she was like, yeah, it's still really, really good. So that's okay, you know? Speaking of the drumstick downsizing, the great tragedy that is the drumstick downsizing. I mean, this isn't really speaking of, but Beth and I, and without getting too parasocial in the club tonight, Luna Leaf, good tidings. We're making plans to move in together. It's kind of spicy. You know what I mean? I'm not opening my hand. I genuinely, I don't think I can open up my hand like this. Lord, tell me how to say no to this. What's my weakest shape? This 2-4-6 shape? Yeah, sure, whatever. I should have thrown the 2 first. What am I doing, man? We could have drawn to a 5 of characters.
Very cool.
Yo, congrats. No, thank you. We're making plans to. It's not like it's gonna happen like tomorrow or whatever, but we're thinking like August is maybe the move in month. It's scary planning for it. You know what I mean? Because I think I've realized this is the tricky thing about moving in with someone that you care about a lot. Sometimes you're gonna get mad at them, right? Sometimes you're gonna get miffed at them. But what you are really miffed at, what one truly miffs about, is not against, you know, Bethany, your significant other. And I say the royal Bethany in this case. The name is just a placeholder in this instance. But like, what one truly miffs over about, to be grammatically correct here, is not that, you know, oh, I'm not angry at Beth, my significant other. I'm angry at Beth, my roommate. You know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, why are there all these peanuts everywhere? Oh, it's because Beth, my roommate, was eating a drumstick that has suffered from shrinkflation. That's okay. So it is very exciting. It is also, you know, a lot of logistics. Like, we should get a dresser. Like, I'm living as an adult in this world, but I do not. Oh, this is Riichi Sumo Ipatsu. No! No! Okay, this is okay. Hopefully. Oh, Pinfu Red 5. No! At least we don't have to suffer the humiliation of sitting in that dealer seat. Capo Max, good tidings. Will we still hang out with her roommate? I mean, I really hope so. Roommate, not to get too parasocial for me, because primarily Beth's roommate, but she's really cool. So hopefully we could still hang out together sometimes. But like, I've been living as an adult without a dresser. You know what I mean? I have my cubes from IKEA that are just sitting out and about. I don't mean to get too raunchy on you, but my underwear is just constantly out. You know what I mean? Is that bad? I don't think that that's bad, but it doesn't feel like what a adult home should have. I mean, it feels like, oh, this is what an adult home should have. You know what I mean? You know what I mean in that PG-13 sense? XOXO, good tidings. Bread Bowl, good tidings, good tidings. Government pants, good tidings. I'm a fellow dresserless adult. It's not that bad. It's not like every day is a waking nightmare. You're just like screaming from the moment that you wake up until the moment that you fall asleep. No, of course not. That's called living in America and reading about politics, okay? But not having a dresser, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like, okay, we should plan to get a few good things of furniture. You know what I mean? Just a few banger pieces of furniture up in this, if you know what I mean. So this is a weirdo situation. I'm not sure if you see what I'm going for, but I want to pawn the white dragons, and then I want to wait for a 5 of characters. Wowzers! Wowzers! Okay, this is really good. We're one. Oh! Okay, Right Lord's got my number right now, or Right Lord's just running away with it. Girl Luigi, good tidings. Sometimes becoming an adult is more about their journey to furniture you're happy with than the huge IKEA haul that makes you depressed. No, absolutely, absolutely. I think that, like, you know, cheap IKEA furniture is, don't get me wrong, I'm about to spend some real cash money at IKEA to get a relatively cheap desk, you know, in the grand scheme of things this week. But yeah, I think there's something genuinely to the point of you should try to buy furniture that'll last you forever. The thing about furniture that lasts you forever is that it's priced as if it was, I don't know, made out of printer ink. It's like, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. And I'm not talking about a hit maker in the early 2000s. I'm talking about this being a redonkulous price point, you know? So I gotta get some real furniture. This segues perfectly into my third order of business as we go for a weird shields down Tanyao hand as the dealer. I don't love this situation, especially because ever since our epic meme, ever since our epic Mangon in East 1, we haven't done much with our, we haven't been able to keep that lead, so I don't want to lose it here. We'd love to accept a 6 of characters being the Dora tile. And the Dora Kyle, one mustn't forget. I hate spending. Can I get a 1 in chat if you agree? Whenever I spend more than $100, I legitimately get anxiety. I will look for every single reason to not spend that money than to spend that money. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm such a big buffoon. This is obviously such a wrong decision. Think of how many Chipotle meals this could be. But sometimes you gotta spend money on yourself, you know? That's the hard truth about being an adult in today's society, or just being a human being. You know, children need money to live too, but it's the hard thing about being in today's society. We live in a society. Hang on, the 2 has to be our pair because it's dead in the water, unfortunately. So, and I want to be able to accept the door. I don't really care about the 6, 7, 8 potentiality here. Ah, this sucks. Right Lord calls the Riichi, and we're sitting as the dealer. So what did I spend money on recently? I went to a feet store. I went to like a foot store. There's a better way to describe this. What did I go to? I went to a shoe store. There it is, folks. There it is. I went to like a shoe store. They specialize in running shoes. And it was a very like, I felt like very pampered. You know what I mean? Hang on. Do I chi this? A Tribe Called Quest. Do I genuinely chi this? How many 4s are visible? Like not enough? Oh man, this sucks. This sucks. I would love to chi that, but I also want some safe Kyles. I know. It feels bad to me too. It feels bad for me too. Jerome House. Good tidings. Good tidings. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've never been to a feet store before? I went to a shoe store, and it like specializes in running shoes. And let me tell you, you're like, oh, so you went to a finish line. No, I did not, folks. Nice guys finish line. No, that's irrelevant, Yusong. That's a funny thing to say, because usually the phrase is nice guys finish last. But you just said nice guys finish line, which doesn't make any sense at all. And yet look at everyone in the chat. Everyone's eating it up. If you were just an audio only listener, you would be probably not be surprised to see all the chat erupting in LMFAOs. Nice guys finish at the feet store. All right, we gotta get back on track here. So first things first, they asked me to take off my shoes. They asked me to disrobe a little bit. No, I am not a normal human being. I think I'm sick and twisted. I don't know why I tell stories in the worst way possible. I'm trying to get better at it. They asked me to take off my shoes and my socks. They give me some socks of their own. And they asked me to run on a treadmill. And then they like videotaped my feet with an iPad. And you're like, oh no, Yusong, you fell for the wiki feet ploy. They're gonna post your feet on wiki feet. No, at least I don't think so. I don't think I have a wiki feet entry, at least not yet. Not that I want one, but you know, no publicity is bad publicity. They filmed it with an iPad, and then an employee who was analyzing the footage was like, oh yeah, you have such sexy feet. No, that's not what they said. Obviously, it's not what they said. An employee analyzing the footage was like, oh, you have collapsed arches. Your arches, like they boom whenever you run. And I was like, you're telling me it's a huge hassle for me. I don't like running that much because it like hurts my feet. I don't like walking because it hurts my feet. And then what they had me do next was like, I stood on this little mold thing. Like they heated up some insoles, and then I stood on those atop some pillows, and they like contoured to my feet. And then once they hardened again, once they James hardened again, that's just a basketball player. That's just a basketball player. I don't know. That's barely scratches the textbook definition of a joke. Once they James hardened, it feels nice because now my feet are supported in an adequate way. This is a disgusting hand. This is folks, this has become a disgusting hand. Riichi, Pinfu, red 5, with a chance of Tanya. Cloudy, Indeedy, with a chance of meatballs. So it felt really good. But that in combination with a pair of nice running shoes, I was like, oh no. It gave me so much anxiety. And I'm not trying to gloat. I'm genuinely not trying to gloat. What I wouldn't give to be that employee. Okay, we gotta get things back on track. We gotta calm down. All of us, we gotta take a cold shower tonight, okay? We gotta reconnect with our loved ones. We gotta go not touch some grass, just go outside to our local communities, okay? We gotta reconnect with our local communities. Where was this? I need this done. It was at a store called Roadrunner Sports, and you might have one in your city. But you know what? At the end of the day, I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is a good thing to spend money on, because ultimately it's like your health. You know what I mean? It's your health, and this is a very boring end to that story, right? But it was like, oh, and then that's good. It was good to spend money on your health. I also got some socks there. I got nice socks for the first time in my life. I will say this. Had to use the pumice stone on my feet today because I didn't want my... this is gross. This is gross. But I felt like my feet were so fricked up that I would ruin the socks, so I had to use the pumice stone today. This is gross. This is gross. You're welcome if you're watching this while you're eating. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I'm calling him Riichi Pinfu Red 5 here. Verbatering. Good tidings. Good tidings. Thank you for the follow. Good shoes are worth the money. This is what I'm thinking. So I've been wearing the shoes for a while now. What am I? Colby Calais. I've been wearing for a while now. Can you tie my laces? That's Colby Calais saying, can you count me in? 3 people, at least 3 people here are smiling right now. You might not be laughing, but you are smiling. Anyway, what were we saying? Oh god, I want the 6 of characters so bad. 6 of characters would allow us. Riichi Pinfu Red 5 Sumo. That's at least a Mangan, depending on how the Oradora gods shake out. I would even sumo on a 9 of characters. I'm not even trying to be that picky right now. Unfortunately, not a lot of character tiles have been discarded, period, so I don't fancy our chances, right? Like a Twice song or an Iggy Azalea joint. I don't really fancy our chances. There's a 5 of circles. Not exactly what we're looking for. All right. Ravioli, give me the formuoli. Under the river, under the sea. I tried my best, folks. I tried my best. I did all my techniques there, and we didn't even get it. Another thing that I have on my agenda that I wanted to talk about is that I tweeted something out and I should have gone viral, and I'm mad at everyone here for not making it go viral. And you're like, oh, Yusong, that's really annoying of you? Okay, give me a second. Because you haven't even heard what the tweet was. And once you hear what the tweet is, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Yusong. This is like the Sistine Chapel. This is like witnessing the Sistine Chapel for the first time. Here's the joke. Here's the tweet that I tweeted out. Hint of lime. It's the whole damn solution. What do we think about that? I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever said in my entire life. Did Oishi suggest it? This stream is over. This stream is canceled. Your first response is, did I steal that joke from Oishi? Now, in a court of law, if I was under oath, could I say that I've never stolen a joke from Oishi? Of course not. Of course not. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, ethically, is it okay? I'm not sure. But I think I did have Oishi's permission to steal that joke. Man, Oishi is so funny. This is not... I agree with you. This is not the point of the anecdote that I'm telling you. This genuinely... Okay, can I walk you through this? Hint of lime. It's the whole damn solution. The reason that this is funny, and it's always good when that has to be the start of it, is because Beth made this incredible salsa verde this past holiday weekend, okay? It might be a little bit before. Whoa, what am I throwing right now? Ferritin! No. Oh, I don't want that at all. But there's no other way to get, who lives on a pineapple under the sea? What are we doing here? We could pawn into a 2 or a 5. And get into Tenpai that way? Oh, we're in Zuzzy Ferritin jail. We're in Zuzzy Ferritin jail. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, folks. So it happens to the best of us. Even the best get down sometimes. Beth made this awesome salsa verde sauce. It was like, she described it as if I mean, I'm going to go for this. I don't think the door is going to come out. I'm going to go for the better chances here. I'm going to take the chance revolution wherever I can get it. And now people are like, I could throw away the last 3 of circles. The 3 of circles, nobody would be stupid enough to wait on it. Your Honor, they say that a person that represents themselves as a fool for a client. I am that fool. Beth made this sauce that was like, she described it as if it was salsa verde and guacamole had a baby. Holy smokes, folks. I don't mean to like gloat or whatever, but I tasted this salsa and my first reaction was maybe life is worth living. Look, in my lifetime, I have taken Wellbutrin, I have taken Lexapro, I have taken, what's another common antidepressant? Oh my God, no one's stupid enough to wait on the last 8 of characters. Your Honor, I am that fool. Dude, why does Right Lord seek to destroy me? Like, genuinely? Prozac. I've taken Prozac, of course. Of course. But you know what the doctor did not prescribe me? You know what the doctor did not prescribe me that I've been missing all this time? Salsa verde. I'm not obviously not trying to make light of this. Like, no, like I've genuinely taken antidepressants in my life. I probably should be taking antidepressants now, right? But it was just really, really good. And of course, Zoloft. I've taken Zoloft, of course. I don't think I've actually had Prozac. I'm more of an amateur Zac myself. Hint of lime, it's the whole damn solution, folks. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm going off, though. This is one of my greatest streams ever. We needed some chips to down that sauce with. Beth got us some hint of lime chips, and holy smokes. Can I get a 1 in chat? If you're on your hands and knees just begging for hint of lime chips. Sertralin. Evie is my dog. I have not taken that one. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but that might be like a, I don't know why I've never heard of that one, but surely that doesn't mean anything. If it's Pog, it's Pog. Archia Basil, good tidings. Faux King 69, good tidings. Have to be careful with the pronunciation just in case there's, you know, Deep Mind is listening. 2, those things might as well be covered in acid. Look at us. Look at us disagreeing in the marketplace of ideas right now. I honestly can't believe it. What do I do with this hand, folks? Many people are saying it's one of the zuzziest hands of all time. I mean, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna go a little sicko. I'm gonna go a little sicko mode right now because I think the greatest version of this hand has a little zest to it, has a little hint of lime. You know what I mean? I think that the greatest version of this hand has a 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku in it with this as our pair. So I'm gonna throw away our 7-8 shape. I don't know if that's right. It just feels okay to me. Do I pawn this? A Tribe Called Quest. May I kick it? Sure. And then I don't want to be caught up the river without a paddle. I'm still gonna hang on to a safe tile. Right, Lord? I don't think you're going for a half flush, but we gotta be a little bit careful here, right? Hint of lime is so good, which is why I tweeted out, hint of lime, it's the whole damn solution. I'm not messing around. Like, when I take pen to paper, my heart bleeds onto the page. You know what I mean? What I strive for in my literature is honesty above all else. Left Lord with the dank Riichi. I mean, there's nothing we could do about that. Southwind, weirdly, Kiefer Sutherland not even looking like that much of a safe tile. And now we should at least check in about Mahjong, right? How is this game going? How are we feeling? Are we feeling zuzzy? Are we feeling buzzy? I don't know. We should check in. We're in 2nd place right now by a decent margin. Like, we would need a direct hit Mangan, but we have some things going for us, right? We have some things going for us. Main thing is, in South 4, we will be sitting at the dealer seat, folks. We will be sitting. Ooh, someone's thinking about pawning here. They're electing not to. Okay. And so that's good. So long as we keep winning in South 4, that's a surefire strategy to get us into 1st place. Just win forehead, I believe is how Dana Chiba would describe it. So that'd be nice. What are some of axioms that we call me Lindsay Ellis? The way I'm thinking about some axioms. What are some axioms that we shan't forget while playing Riichi Mahjong that we've learned recently? Number 1, don't deal into obvious half flushes. Number 2, play your Oh, hang on. Oh, Kiefer Sutherland. No, I can't. I have to go at least half Zuji here. Kiefer Sutherland looks like such a Spice Town USA tile. I genuinely can't throw it. White Dragon, I could kiss you on the mouth right now. What an incredibly safe pickup. Play your half outside hands as if they were 13 Orphan's hands. And if someone's doing a chasing Riichi, you got to get out of the way, okay? If two players are chasing, don't be wasting your time. See that? See that, folks? There's a lot of sass to it, and it rhymes. I had some salsa from Aldi's that was suspiciously good. Yo, Aldi's is genuinely goated. Aldi's brings the heat every single day of the week, okay? It's actually one of the last bastions of affordable grocery store chains. Aldi's is great. All deep nuts? Okay, all right. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice discussions as a group, okay? Dare I? Shan't I? Won't I? Go for the zuzziest / worst half flush I've ever seen? I mean, we get to make use of the door. We get to make use of the door no matter what, but now it's like guaranteed, right? What else was going on this past weekend? I mean, I really buried the lead. I recorded another Riichi Mahjong song parody. But before you start getting excited, the editing is gonna take forever, okay? The editing genuinely is gonna take forever, and I'm slowly chugging away at it. It's very exciting. I'm slowly chugging away at it, but it's gonna be a while. It's not like, oh, I recorded it and it's gonna drop like 2 days from now. I wouldn't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. I should, but I shan't, folks. Oh, this hand just became bonkers, folks. Oh, nar. Oh, nar. We could also get that half outside hand. You tease? Thank you. I mean, can I tell you what I really wanted to tell you because of the song parody? I genuinely cried while recording it. I cried while recording it because I was overwhelmed by the amount of work, and I kind of like stressed myself out, I think, this past week trying to finish the lyrics because I knew I would have time this weekend. And this is real. This is sincere. I'm being vulnerable with you, okay? Beth was obviously here because sometimes, like, you just need a second opinion. You know what I mean? If you're cooking beats up in the lab like Timbaland in the early 2000s, obvious half flush, by the way. If you're cooking beats up, then you definitely need a second opinion. You can't do that alone. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Left Lord, why do you have to Riichi like this? Why do you have to go and make things so complicated? See the way you're throwing a 6 down? But G-Toy is alive. Riichi Patsu, thank you for the follow. Hopefully we can get some of that here. I can be your hero. Good tidings. I cried because I was like asking Beth for her opinions on stuff, and then I suddenly felt like too needy or too like bad of a partner. I genuinely cried while making this song parody. And I just want to let you know, in case you're trying to make something, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to get utterly overwhelmed and just have a little bit of a breakdown. I think that, you know what? Pikachus can have a little bit of a breakdown, spurned on by being a little bit tired, as a treat sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I cried once. It's nice. I mean, while we're on Vulnerability Corner, I should tell you this right now, just in case anyone else is struggling with it. Want you to know that you're not alone. So I think the weekend, I think I spent too long on the song parody. And I'm not, I swear to you right now, I swear. Maybe I should be throwing some of these, but I'm not asking for I'm not trying to fish for empathy or something like that. I genuinely just wanted to tell you these things. I think I spent way too much time working on the song parody and not enough time like taking a break. I think I went way too hard. And I don't mean with just my lyricism, putting murder on the beat or whatever, okay? I think I just went a little too hard. And so my OCD has been really, really acting up. And while I've never gotten an official diagnosis, and of course I don't want to treat this, you know, willy-nilly, if you will, just like, oh yeah, I don't want to overdiagnose myself, but I would be shocked. I would be shocked out of my mind if I did not have some level of OCD. Because right now, the whole weekend, because I've been very, very tired, my brain has been non-stop attacking me with, what if you say a slur while streaming or recording a video? And I know that sounds silly, I know that genuinely sounds silly, but it's like been making me so miserable the last few days. It's like I could honestly cry again just thinking about it. And you're asking yourself, Yusong, 2 cries in 1 weekend? What an impressive refractory period you have. And I agree with you there. But I genuinely just want to let you know, if anyone else has OCD and you're dealing with intrusive thoughts and it's breaking your heart as it has broken mine, you're not alone. You're not alone. And I think today I genuinely forced myself to take some rest. I forced myself to not work on the video, and it has genuinely helped. Beth led me through some stretches earlier today, and I, you know, just there's this one called threading the needle. I've never screamed that loud in my entire life, okay? There are parts of my shoulder that were activated that I did not know existed, folks. I did not know these parts of my shoulder existed. We love a sob. Sometimes you gotta cry. Sometimes genuinely you have to cry. Also, I will request this because we actually managed to get into Tenpai. Is it good? I mean, it's not good, but you know what we can do? We can draw into a 4 of characters and then suddenly accept the 2 of circles, which is the Dora tile. Zendaya is Michi. Thanks for saying that, because I have OCD and my thoughts make me cry pretty often. And I didn't know anyone else had that. Government pants. I literally Googled it. Beth and I Googled it. Like, how do you deal with intrusive thoughts? And it's a nice Google. And you can add OCD to the search phrase. And again, you know, obviously I'm not saying, you know, whoa! What a nice little Jeremy Pivens we've got here. Don't deal in. Thank you. It helps. The advice genuinely helps. The advice honestly boils down to, oh, this is a Zuzzy kind of half outside hand. If it is a half outside hand, what does that 2 come from? I don't know. It could come from like I don't know, like a 2-4-4 shape. I don't know. But essentially the advice boils down to, believe in yourself. Oh, okay. New door is the 4 bamboo, which we have just thrown. All right, that's bad. That's bad. But we could, I mean, the mini points here go wild, right? If we win this hand, the mini points go wild. Greeted. Here's the thing. I wouldn't even, it is a little greedy, right? But the 6 of bamboo, I didn't really want to discard it anyways. And I'm like, we are in Tenpai. We have a decent chance revolution to get the tile for after the con, right? Obviously, I'm not gonna pretend like after a con happens every single game. It's a rare shooting star of a Yaku. Doesn't happen that often. Anyway, the voice is, the advice genuinely is like, try to be mindful, which I know is funny because it's like, oh yeah, just take deep breaths, but genuinely, like, take deep breaths and try to be mindful. Center yourself in your body. Try not to judge yourself for having those thoughts. And you can say things like, this is an intrusive thought. It's not how I normally think, and it's gonna go away. And it's gonna pass, because it's only during periods of stress, or at least for me, it's especially exacerbated during periods of stress, which is why my doctor prescribed me to never play Riichi Mahjong again. Are you seeing this right now? Ah! Okay, please pass. Please, ravioli, give me the formioli. Well, I'm gonna go turn on the AC in between these 2 rounds. Oh, and now with the AC on, now that I'm not sweating a river down my back, my neck, my back, my mahjong, and my cracks, now we can win, folks. Now we can win. Thanks for the vibe check, Butts channels. Yeah, we're here to vibe. We're here to vibe and to share stories about crying. We're not here to super backseat right now, folks. And yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Verbating. I love that little mantra. I've done a lot of mantra-ing myself. What am I? Karma in League of Legends? But genuinely, having a little mantra helps because I've realized that you can't stop the brain from thinking, so you can just give it something to think about, you know? Let's give him something to think about. I mean, this is a zuzzy little chi here. Because on the one hand, we're counting on the Kiefer Sutherland, but on the other hand, are we even counting on it? Are we even counting on it? Because we could have the half outside hand as well. Mozart's goats. Thank you for the entire year. That is incredibly kind. Good tidings. Ooh, whoa. Thank you so much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. And now we're pogging, folks. No matter how we get into Tenpai, we can win some right now. You'll win some, you'll lose some, but now, I mean, it's especially good if we get that south wind, right? We have seat wind, prevalent wind, half outside hand for a cute little maraschino cherry on top. What am I, Beyonce? Except ice cream, the way you put in my cherries on top. Long walk to get to that punchline, but I think it was worth it. So what did I do during my state mandated break today? You're gonna lose your mind once you've heard this, okay? I expect a standing ovation at home. Well, I don't expect that, but I just think it's right. I just think it's right. So here it goes. Here's what I did today. Guess who now officially has the gold symbol after months of hard work in the Pokemon Emerald Battle Factory? Huzzah! Huzzah! 4 more. Beth is clapping in the other room. Beth is being so supportive right now. Oh, the greed. I mean, we might as well greed for it. We might as well greed for it. You know? Hark, David. It's not David. Oh, Butts channels. I'm. That is infuriating. It's not David, my rival from my childhood, who's a successful software engineer and who's hangs out with my parents now, even because instead of me. For the lore masters, that's who David is. But dude, David would be. I haven't talked to David in so long. He would be weirded out by how much, by the fact that we are joking about this on the stream right now. I think he'd be weirded out. What was I saying? Oh, huge shout out to Double Team Resto Chesto Metagross for carrying the F out of me. Huge shout out to Shuckle, Double Team Substitute Toxic Attract, for being a little stinker, but also having the ability Sturdy, so that when I went up against a Wish Cache with Fissure, it didn't even phase me. Dare I go for it? I have to go for it. I genuinely have to go for it. This deal's in a million times out of a million. Someone break up the pair of the South Winds. You know it's the right thing to do. I mean, this isn't that safe of a tile either, he said, coping. Oh, F it, dude. We gotta. If we deal in, we deal in. Like, here's the thing about this game right now. If we deal in, at least we still have some leeway before we end up in the Omega Shadow Realm. And this is a spicy tile, but we're gonna get rid of it anyway. Dang, good tidings, good tidings. My cat is clapping too. Let's go! I love cats. I think cats are so cute and special. Half outside, just like a cat. So true. So true. That's a very funny joke. What's a cat's favorite Yaku? Half outside. Hint of lime, more like the whole damn solution. All right, we didn't get it. Yeah, this is a long game though. Left Lord has a gazillion dealer repeats right now. We would. A Crosslord's almost dead. Okay, we need to win this game before a Crosslord dies. Okay. Guy who loves cats and thinks they're special. Yo, can I get a 1 in chat if you like cats and think they're special? I genuinely think. Every time Beth and I go on a neighborhood walk and we see a cat sitting in a window, burped, but you didn't hear it there. And we see a cat sitting in the window, we're honestly like, yes, yes, your music saved us. You know, it pogs me up to the nth degree, folks. I tell my cat he's special all the time. Incredible, good tidings. Good tidings. Anyway, I now have the gold symbol in the Pokemon Battle Factory. I was pogging the whole day. Beth was like in the other room because you're hanging out today. I was in here, like, and occasionally when I would get like a lucky crit or a double team into a missed move, I would just be like, and then I would hear Beth clapping in the other room. She was being really, really supportive today, even though she had no idea what was happening in the Pokemon Battle Factory. Incredibly supportive. I'm trying to read my agenda for the things that I wanted to share with the class. The last 2 things. We're gonna get through all of it in today's in just one Hanshan, one South game, if you will. I don't know. Did anybody do anything fun for Memorial Day, the long holiday? Beth made burgers. which was really, really nice. Oh, two-door, double door all the way across the sky. And so that was really yummy. The burgers were really, really nice. The burgers turned out so nice, honestly. Number one, that I would eat it twice. But number two, it was like a picturesque Krabby Patty. European moment? No, absolutely. Did anybody else drink some beer and relish in our quote-unquote freedom crushed under the military-industrial complex and the, you know, healthcare that only is reliant on employment? Whoa, 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 whoa. Not to go to class? That's a nice little respite. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Across our DCing right now. With this kind of mental fortitude, you should be playing League of Legends, folks. Ooh. Never gives up an opportunity to shoot some strays at League of Legends players. Why? Because they're ruining my games all the time. Mozart's Goats, I'm gonna trust you on this one. I started playing Indica. Are you about to ligma me? Indica D's nuts? Can you fit D's nuts Indica mouth or something? Yeah, I don't think this is a ligma. I ran it through the calculator. I don't think this is a ligma, but I trust you on this one. I've been playing Bug Snacks and it's adorable. I mean, we are living in a whole new world, folks. And what do I mean by this? Lord told me how to say no to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we're one tile away from Tenpai. We need a 2 or a 4 here, and we would absolutely slam the like and subscribe button. We would absolutely slam the Riichi button. The dangerous part about this, c'est très dangereux, n'est-ce pas? The dangerous part about this is that Left Lord also probably is gonna win this hand, all things considered, but we gotta go for it, right? If we Riichi this hand and we win, we can kill a crosslord. Wow, extra Dora! Wow, okay. I've been playing Sea of Stars. I've heard great things about Sea of Stars. I mean, this is spicy. I think this is our spiciest. Oh, I think this is our spiciest Riichi. I think this is our spiciest Riichi. Someone's gonna throw an East Wind, and then we Feast Wind. How nom 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 nom. Yesterday was Pokemon Go Incense Day. All Beth and I did was, as I was editing the video, we had our little incenses going in Pokemon Go, and we had the volume on, so every 2 minutes it would be like, boom, and a cute little cutie patootie would pop up on our screen. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was an incredible experience. What was I saying right before this? Yes, everyone's playing new games. Bug Snacks. We're playing Sea of Stars, right? Check this out, folks. We are free now. No longer are we stuck in Zuzzy Nancy Drew jail. And don't get me wrong, I am a Nancy Drew fan. Ride or die until the very, very end. I love Nancy Drew. I would do anything for Nancy Drew. But this last game was not one of the good ones. We can say that, right? We can say that as like a, oops. Show me first place. Show me. Oh my God! Wah! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just handing these out. I believe you dropped these L's. Left Lord and Right Lord, and a Cross Lord. Don't think I forgot for a Cross Lord. I'll do it. Namaste. You know, after I've been stretching, like after like Beth and I do like a cute stretch or something, I'll just, it's really fun. It's really fun. If you do meditation, and Beth and I have been going hard on the headspace as well, if you stretch or do meditation, it is extremely fun to dab afterwards and say namaste, okay? I don't make the rules. It is incredibly fun. Government Pants, thanks for the 100 bits. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we are gaming. And so, pay out the Omega Believers, but now the whole world is our oyster. We get to play whatever games we want to on stream. Speaking of, does anybody have any suggestions? Just kidding. I have a few in mind, but we'll always accept more in the community Discord. Pay out the Omega Believers and let's run it back one more time.